Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing two videos in one. We're doing monitoring my beauty purchases and we're doing was that haul worth it. So I'm pairing these two videos together today because my haul from last year, it was small, and my haul from this year, it's bigger but it's not huge. So I figured let's put them together and talk about the stuff. I'm going to start with my purchases from October 2020. Now, I bought two packs, basically, two holiday packs. One of them was from Tatcha. Now, I haven't used a single item from this kit, and that, it's not because I'm not interested in the products, it's just because I have too much stuff, and, you know, I've got one face, limited days in the year, and I also, you know, I do project panning and I take that fairly seriously. So for the most part, I focus on project pan stuff, and things like this, I just forget. I forget about them. Then, like, out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. So they don't get used. The items are the Tatcha Deep Cleanse, and the water cream. I'm not surprised that I forgot about these. They're very small. They're tucked away in a drawer, as if I'm going to remember to use them. And then I have the Liquid Silk Canvas and the Kissu Lip Mask. Now, the lip mask, okay, it's not unusual for me to buy a lip balm or like a hydrating lip product and then pop it in my lip balm drawer and not use it for 100 years because one, I have so many of them, and two, I have sort of a routine with my, not a routine, but I've got like a process. So I have a lip balm in the car, I have one in my handbag, or in like my small bag and my big bag, and then I have a couple in my bedside drawer. And this one basically went into the drawer, and when it came to pulling out another one to replace one that I'd finished up in one of the many places that I keep them in my house and my life, this one just never got picked up. It'll get used when it gets used, essentially. This one, I am a bit annoyed that I didn't use it. So I did a video this year, by the way, it's the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I did a video this year where I tried out all of my primers, and I said in that video, I know I own this. I know I have it somewhere. I can't find it. Obviously, I found it. It was under my bookshelf in my bedroom, so there's that. And since that video and finding this, I've still not used it. So I think that is just like another drop in the bucket of why primer is just not really. I shouldn't have primer. I shouldn't buy them. I just don't, you know, things like this, I'm very curious about it. I've tried the other one. I like it. It's not amazing. I wouldn't buy it again, but I'm curious and I want to try it. So I managed to get it in a mini, and then I never tried it. And it's just like, I can't get over the hurdle of trying things. I'm going to leave it here on my desk, and maybe I will get around to trying it. But those things, I purchased that pack a year ago and I haven't used any of them. Let's move on to the next thing. This is the Hourglass Confession Ultra Slim Lipstick Set for Holiday 2020. I don't think they're doing one this year. I haven't seen one advertised. I don't mind so much that they're not releasing one. It makes it very easy for me to not buy it if it doesn't exist. You guys know I love these lipsticks. They were my favorite formula. My lipstick chemistry has changed. My lips are very dry now, so I don't get along with these lipsticks as well as I once did, which is a shame. This particular set consisted of two shades. We've got At Dawn, which is a really beautiful nude shade. It's almost got like a slightly terracotta-ish hint to it. And then we have At Dusk, which is a really beautiful, like, dark Vampy Red shade. These are really, really beautiful. And I will say, throughout this year, since buying these and being like, oh, they're so dry, I have worn them with like lip balms underneath, and I get along with them much better. So I wouldn't say that I would never buy one of these lipsticks again. I would, because they are my favorite and they do get along really well with a light layer of lip balm. Makes it so much easier, more comfortable for me to wear. And I feel like when I do that, it feels the way that they did when my lips weren't so dry prior to going on isotretinoin. So there's that. But I'm not mad that they're not releasing one this year. I mean, they still could, but at this point I'm not mad about it, because I think if they did release one, I would have to buy it. It's tradition, right? Okay, let's talk about my purchases from the last month. This is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell Volume 2 palette. I'm not overly, like, my feelings about this palette are a bit like, I don't really care. And I really want to just be perfectly clear that it's not just this palette. It's like all palettes, okay? I'm burnt out with them. I don't really care. This one I purchased because purple and red color story, tick tick. I love that combination. It's one of my favorites. I don't want to wear it because I don't care, but it's one of my favorites. Now, when I saw this, I was a little bit confused. I was a little bit like, it's jumbled. I want to see it in person. And like Lunar Beauty, it's not sold in stores here. You got to buy it online. So if you want to see it in person, you have to buy it. And I also saw the swatches and I was like, they don't look like they come from the same palette. So I bought it. And initially I was like, oh, I'll review it. I'll do a video reviewing it. And I did use it in a video. I used it in my just doing my makeup Q&A. You guys could see from that video, the formula is good. Like it's good. Manny makes a really nice formula with Lunar Beauty. So you wouldn't need to worry about that. If you're worried about the formula, it's good. I'm just not inspired by eyeshadows at the moment, and I don't really have the passion to talk about them. I don't really want to sit there and like swatch each shade and talk about this and talk about that. Like I just don't really care all that much. So I feel like anything that I say about this palette, it's gonna come across apathetic, and I feel like I should say as little as possible, because it's not the palette's fault. It's me. I'm the one that's like burnt out with it. So yeah, I've used this twice, and I probably will put this in my collection, and the next time I pull it out will be in a year's time when I'm doing monitoring. No, was that haul worth it? And I'll probably say no, it wasn't, because I haven't used it, but I was curious, so I bought it, and there's that. Another eye thing, and I actually really like this, and I would highly recommend it. It's the Pat McGrath Intensifeyes Artistry Wand. This took over a month to arrive. Pat McGrath's shipping is shit. So it's a stick wand thing like this, and you push the bottom up. It's not retractable, so be aware of that. When you put this on, I'll show you here. It is crystal clear. It goes on super thin. You can't really see it at all. And it has this ever so slight cooling effect. It's not tingling, just very slight cooling effect, and it feels really nice. I do have a Pat McGrath palette here. It's Mothership 5. I'm gonna take this shade here, and I'm gonna use this is a Hakuhodo J242HS brush, just in case you're curious. I'm gonna pick it up, and I put the primer here, down here. I'm gonna put this one over here. I'm gonna show you how it looks. So there it is. Get her on, pack it on, and now I'm gonna put it over the primer, and you guys can see how it works. So you can see, like, it grips the shadow really well, and it it's like it holds on to the pigment and allows the pigment to lay flat against the skin a lot better than it does if you were to just apply it on its own. So you get more of a reflect, more color payoff, and it doesn't look as patchy. Now, the real thing that I love about this is the way that it works with mattes. So I would liken the results of this to a like Too Faced glitter glue or something like that. When you put those types of primers down, if you put a matte over the top, the matte will stick. You'll never be able to blend it out. Whereas this, I feel like this has a little bit more flexibility when it comes to the blending aspect, but it still holds on to the pigment so beautifully. This is the best product I've ever tried from Pat McGrath. I love it. I think it's worth every penny. I need to play with it more, but so far, I love it. I did buy an advent calendar for this year, a beauty advent calendar. You guys will see that in December. I'm not going to give away what it is yet. Some of you have already worked it out, so yeah. Anyway, I will let you know what it is 1st of December. And there is something else that I purchased. It's this. It's from Lashify. This is the Control Kit, I believe it's called. Yep, Control Kit Amplify Short. So I got the one that is like, it's a starter set, and you get 10mm and 12mm lashes. I did also purchase 8mm lashes, so I had a bit of a wider variety to test out. I'm pretty curious about this. Lashify, from what I understand, it is a system of like hidden lashes. So instead of applying false lashes on the top of your lash, you actually apply them to the bottom of your lashes, so underneath. And they're a bit better hidden. They're meant to look a bit more natural. I'm curious to see how these look. I like the look of the lashes. They look quite nice. You've got like shorter bits and longer bits. I'm hopeful that these will be nice. Fingers crossed they're not super difficult to apply or uncomfortable to wear. I think people do compare these to lash extensions. They're like an alternative to lash extensions. I think you are meant to be able to wear these for longer than just like what you would with a pair of bar lashes, where you just take them off at the end of the day. But I haven't tried these, so I don't know. It's all, you know, I have to try them out to see what they're like, but I am excited to try them. I have considered getting lash extensions in the past, but I know I won't maintain them. Some people are those people who love going to the salon and doing stuff like that. For me, I often like the results, but actually going is a chore, and I don't want to, so I'm not going to. So yeah, I picked up this instead. I'm going to give it a go. I don't think it's going to be exactly like lash extensions. I think it's going to be quite different. So I'm not going to kid myself into thinking that these are going to be like a semi-permanent option, but I'm curious. I don't want to try them. I want to see what they're like. The bars look very small. I'm not going to get into it now because I'll do a video on it. But yeah, that's it. They are my purchases for October and my thoughts on my purchases from October 2020. Alright guys, I'm going to leave that there. If you have purchased and tried this and you have more feelings about it than I do, which probably isn't difficult, feel free to leave them down below. If you tried Lashify lashes, let me know your thoughts. If you tried the Pat McGrath, the new eye primer, let me know your thoughts on that as well. But I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Oh, this is very ironic.